Hey everyone, Tim here at Cozy Homestead. Today we're going to talk about something near and dear to our heart, and that's homesteading. And there's apparently seems to be a problem with it up in Michigan. So there's this young lady up there, Leandra King. Her and her family have 5 acres up there, and she is the owner of the only known black farm and cider farm in the country. The government up there in Detroit is going after her. Now, I'm not going to go into all the particulars, but I will tell you that this young lady had a very challenging life growing up, bounced from foster home to foster home, and she finally decided to go ahead and try to make her life right and take care of her family. So they keep trying to get her to get these certain permits, and she keeps trying to get the permits, but she keeps hitting hurdles that she can't get over. Now, I'm going to let you go to her channel, her Facebook page, and watch one of the videos that she posted. Now, she was supposed to go to court this morning. We're waiting for an update to find out what happened. Hopefully it's not bad news, because one of the videos that was recently loaded on her page was inspectors having a conversation and saying that the man with the tie on upstairs instructed them to go find something to shut them down. Why? Why can't we just work together to make these things not so much easier, but attainable? You know, so the inspectors go out there to find stuff, and they're actually, one of the things they're doing in court is trying to get a PPO approved, which would, in essence, force them to leave their home. Wouldn't allow them on their little 5-acre farm, their homestead. This woman has kids. She has a fiance. And they got the permit for the food in his name. Everything else seems to be okay, but then they come out and they say, well, she's got to cut down the overgrowth next to the sidewalk on her property. She's got to take down this wall. She's got to do this. She's got to do that. And they just did that within the past week and a half, to where she's got to get all this done and appease them before court this morning. She had to be at court this morning at 10 a.m. Detroit time. So, you know, it's beyond me why it's such a problem. I mean, it's not like she's in downtown Detroit. And we all know what Detroit is like, how bad things are there. And here's somebody that's trying to make it a better place, and people are enjoying it. They hold events, and they got a ton of people showing up. So I just don't understand why this has to be so complicated for people. Why the government has to be involved with it. But that's not the only one. One of the other channels I follow is the 1870s Homestead. They put out a video last night, and they're also up in Michigan. Imagine that. They have a little curbside farm stand. Hold on. So anyway, I'm going to pause this video from time to time for when cars go by. You know, it's too beautiful at night outside to be inside making videos. Now, before I get into the 1870s Homestead, I'm going to ask you all to do me a favor. To get this information spread, if you're watching this, hit the like button. If you don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. That's fine. If you do, we appreciate the heck out of you. Just know that. But the more that the like button is hit, the more this gets shown in other people's feeds, which is what we need to do. We need to promote this so that other people would see what's happening, not just in their area, but around the country. So, the 1870s Homestead, really nice channel. You know, they've got over 200,000 subscribers. They got a lot of videos. They show you how to do a lot of things. A lot of good information there. I've been watching them for a couple of years now. They had a curbside farm stand where you could go up there and buy their products. It's on an honor system. You go up there, you take what you want, you leave the money for it. It's that simple. They've got all kinds of stuff. Homemade cards, they've got homemade soaps that they do, they've got syrups, all kinds of stuff that they make there. So the woman that does videos for the channel, she noticed one day that a gentleman was outside out there, and he's looking at everything, taking pictures, picking up products, looking at them, looking at the bottles, whatnot, and putting them back. A few months later, they get a notice. They've got a cease and desist. Now, I'll link the video in the description so y'all can go check it out. But why? And I'll tell you why. Because they don't have their address, even though the farm stand is right outside of their house on the curbside. They don't have their address on it. Okay? It looks like I'm getting a visitor. What? This is Maxine, our little Homestead cat. She's good at catching mice. So, the other thing is, the government of Michigan is saying that any purchase made has to be face-to-face. So it just can't be the honor system. They've actually got to go there and be there when people buy stuff. So basically they're saying that they have a store. Even though they've got the permits they need and everything to do all this, it has to be face-to-face. You can't just have the honor system. Come on. Which is crazy. Why? The address that they're buying it from is right there. They're buying it from that address. Why does it have to be face-to-face? They're putting so many restrictions on people trying to make something for themselves and, do good for their families. Now, this woman's a grandmother. She got grandkids. Sometimes she watches grandkids. So she can't just get up and walk out there every time somebody wants to buy something. Why does it have to be this way? Why do they have to have so many restrictions on everything that we do? I'll tell you why. It's about control. They want to control everything we do. We're not doing it. We're doing things right now to make sure that we are self-sufficient. We're trying to get it to where we don't even have to go to the grocery stores to get stuff anymore. How close are we? Right now we're probably at 40% to where we don't have to go to the store to get stuff. Right now, the main thing that we get from the stores, if we make homemade armories, which we've done, we buy that stuff. Some meats we go to the grocery store for. Otherwise, we locally source it from ranches around where we live. And let me tell you, you can taste the difference. You can see the difference in the stuff that's locally sourced from ranches near us compared to what you buy at the store. When you buy meat, it's not supposed to be bright red. It's not supposed to be bright red. And the reason why it is because a lot of these people that process it, they pump a gas into it to make it that way. This way it looks fresh. It's more appealing to the eye, so it makes you want to buy it. When you buy meat and you take it home, put it in the fridge, and it starts to get a brownish color, that's still good meat. There's nothing wrong with it. That's the way it's actually supposed to be. A little bit gray, a little bit brown, that's still good. Now, I can tell you that the stuff that we buy locally from ranches around here, it's not bright red. It's a deep, dark red. And you would not believe the difference. So, luckily, we've been able to find some local places near us where there aren't as many restrictions on what they sell. Now, some of it can be a bit pricey. Let me tell you, I saw one place where a half gallon of raw milk was $15. Another place right around the corner from me, we get a half gallon for $8. I'll take it. $8? Heck yeah. So, why are they doing this in Michigan? It's not just Michigan. It's all over. In Idaho, they've shut off water to 500,000 acres because the county or state is saying that they don't have the water to supply for those 500,000 acres. That's all farmland. but they do. The reservoirs are full. So no one understands why this is happening. You've got farms being confiscated through the government for other projects like solar farms or data collection centers. Why do they need all these data collection centers? Why do they have to do it on these farmlands where our products are being grown? This weekend we're probably going to take a ride out to our homestead, and we're going to show you hopefully show you some Alabama snow. And it is just amazing. We're hoping that they don't get to put a stop to any of that. So do me a favor, go to Detroit Farm. I'll put the link in the description. Detroit Farm and Family Adventure Facebook page, and go check out the video that the 1870s Homestead put out yesterday. I'm not going to tell you everything because I want you all to be able to do your own research and look into it so you can see what's happening. Because to me, it's beyond asinine that they're doing this. There is no reason to put so many restrictions, and I'm hoping that when Trump wins in November, I'm hoping that somebody will alert him to this. I'm hoping RFK Jr. does, because RFK Jr. wants to get away with all these chemicals that they're putting in foods and poisoning us. Wants to try to do away with the GMO products, which is a damn good idea, because right now it's just out of control. And I'm going to do a video on GMO versus non-GMO here in a couple of days, and I'm hoping that y'all get educated by it. Okay, but that's it for now. So like I said, I'll put the links in the description. Go check out that Facebook page and that YouTube channel. Show them some love, especially Leandra up in Detroit at Detroit Farm. I'm hoping that things went well for her in court today. I'm kind of concerned though, because she hasn't posted anything on Facebook. There has been no update. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm praying for them. We all are. But show her some love. She needs it right now. She's working hard. She needs some love. So please go to her Facebook page. Y'all take care. Stay blessed.